There's a shift happening, and if you've felt like love has been delayed, blocked, or just out of reach, this is not an accident, because the Libra Love Portal is opening now. And this isn't just another energetic wave. It's a portal that aligns soul contracts, clears karmic debts, and finally unlocks the arrival of your soulmate. But here's the question. Are you really ready? Can you recognize the signs that the universe is placing right in front of you? Or are you still doubting, overthinking, and holding yourself in waiting? Because one thing is certain, this portal doesn't wait. Either you align with it, or you miss the window. And in this video, you're about to discover the 7 undeniable signs that your soulmate is not only coming, they're already closer than you think. Why? This Libra portal is unlocking soulmate unions now. There are moments in the cosmos when the energy shifts so intensely that nothing can stay hidden. Cycles collapse, illusions dissolve, truth rises. This Libra portal is one of those moments. But do you really understand what's happening behind the scenes? Do you feel the pressure, the pull, that whisper that keeps asking, are you ready, really ready? Because Libra energy is not about surface-level romance. It's about sacred balance. The meeting point where the divine masculine and divine feminine merge, not just within you, but reflected in another soul. This is the energy that ends separation and brings divine unions into the physical. But here's what most people don't realize. This portal is not just about bringing people together. It's about bringing together versions of you that were never allowed to exist before. Versions of you that are no longer chasing validation, waiting for permission, settling for half love, holding on to fear disguised as patience. The delays you've experienced in love, were they really delays? Or were they divine protection, waiting for you to become the frequency that matches the love your soul signed up for before you were even born? This portal opens when you stop asking, when will they come? And start asking, am I truly aligned with what I say I want? You stop waiting for someone to choose you, and you choose yourself so fully that the universe has no choice but to mirror that back in the form of your divine counterpart. Look at what's collapsing around you right now. Have certain connections suddenly ended? Are old patterns resurfacing aggressively, forcing you to choose whether you'll fall back into them or rise above them? That's not random. It's the portal clearing your path. This is the universe testing one thing. Can you hold the energy of the love you say you desire? Or will you slip back into waiting, doubting, controlling, resisting? Because soulmate unions are not rewards. They are reflections. Reflections of how deeply you've chosen yourself. This portal is ruthless with anything out of alignment. It's not here to comfort your ego. It's here to fulfill your soul contracts. And sometimes, that looks like sudden endings, tower moments, and breakdowns. But every breakdown is secretly a breakthrough. So pause, breathe, and ask yourself now, am I embodying the version of me that my soulmate is already aligned with? What am I willing to release today to become the living match for that love? Can I hold this frequency without fear, control, or waiting? Because this portal is open, but it doesn't stay open forever. This is the moment where timelines split. Some will stay in the old loop of waiting, doubting, and settling. Others, those who are brave enough to become the embodiment of their own truth, will step into union. Which one are you choosing? 7. Undeniable signs your soulmate is finally entering your life. The universe never sends your soulmate by accident. It always prepares you first. But are you really paying attention? Because when your soulmate is getting closer, reality starts whispering and sometimes screaming through signs that are impossible to ignore. Here are the 7 undeniable signs that the portal is opening and your soulmate is finally stepping into your life. 1. Sudden endings. You didn't expect connections, situations, or cycles collapse out of nowhere. People ghost, relationships dissolve, opportunities you thought were meant to be suddenly close. This isn't rejection, this is redirection. Are you willing to release what's being cleared? 2. A deep, unexplainable sense that something or someone is coming. It's subtle, yet undeniable. A pressure in your chest, a pull in your gut, a knowing that's louder than logic. Have you felt it? That quiet voice that whispers, "Prepare, they're coming." Are you trusting it or doubting it? 3. Insane synchronicities everywhere, repeating numbers, names, songs, dreams, signs so specific they feel like they were designed just for you. The universe isn't being subtle. It's asking, are you paying attention or dismissing the magic? 4. You feel pulled to upgrade every part of yourself. Suddenly, you're clearing your space, healing wounds you thought were already done, rethinking who you are, how you love, and what you'll accept. It feels like your soul is preparing your inner home before someone sacred arrives. Are you resisting this upgrade or embracing it? 5. Emotional waves hit without warning. One moment you feel excitement, the next, grief, joy, sadness, peace, chaos. This is timeline collapse, the death of old versions of you, because the version of you who meets your soulmate is not the one who tolerated breadcrumbs. Are you letting yourself grieve the old so you can embody the new? 6. You start sensing their energy before they arrive. Random moments where you feel them. You wake up thinking of someone you haven't met yet. You feel their presence as if they're already near. The veil is thinning. Your souls are sinking. Have you felt this presence? Or are you still doubting it's real? 7. A deep surrender you've never felt before. Suddenly, you stop chasing. You stop waiting. And you start knowing. A calm lands in your body. It's no longer, when will they come? It's now, they are coming, and I am ready. That's when the timeline shifts. Because here's the truth. Love doesn't arrive because you're waiting. It arrives because you became the frequency that could hold it. Have you noticed any of these signs in your life lately? Comment, "I am ready," if your soul feels this. How your energy shift is magnetizing this connection. Here's the truth most people never realize until it's too late. It was never about chasing. It was never about waiting. It was always about becoming. Because when your energy shifts, when you stop vibrating in scarcity, fear, or survival, everything around you rearranges. People fall away. Cycles close. Old timelines dissolve like smoke. And what once felt far, impossible, or delayed, suddenly feels inevitable. Have you noticed this lately? A strange mix of grief and liberation, of endings that hurt, but deep down, feel right, of situations falling apart, and yet something in you whispers, this collapse is a blessing. This isn't coincidence. This is the portal working through your nervous system, your frequency, your very DNA. Because soulmate energy doesn't respond to your words, your hopes, or your desires. It responds to your embodiment. But stop for a second and ask yourself, are you still secretly waiting for love to arrive before you feel whole? Or are you becoming so whole within yourself that love has no choice but to arrive as a reflection? Because when you shift from waiting to knowing, from chasing to embodying, from fear to surrender, the field around you becomes magnetic, not with desperation, not with control, but with a quiet, undeniable power that says, I am the home that love has been searching for. And when that happens, everything changes. You stop tolerating what drains you. You stop bending yourself to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. You stop asking, why doesn't it come? And start realizing, it's already aligning. Have you noticed how your own presence feels different lately? How your body craves stillness over chaos, peace over adrenaline, truth over comfort. This is not a small shift. This is the collapse of the version of you that believed love had to be earned, fought for, or suffered for. And the birth of the version that understands, love was never something outside of you. It was always something you were meant to hold within you first. Ask yourself right now, what energy am I transmitting every day, knowingly or unknowingly? Am I aligned with love or still unconsciously vibrating in lack? What version of me does my soulmate recognize? And am I being that version today? Because when this shift lands in your body, not just your mind, Your soulmate isn't something you manifest. They become something you meet, naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. If this transmission hits something deep inside you, comment, "I am the magnet below to claim this frequency," and let the universe hear you loud and clear. The role of divine timing and how you're being prepared for it. There's something the mind hates, but the soul knows deeply. You cannot rush what is sacred. Divine timing isn't delay. It isn't punishment. It isn't the universe withholding something from you. It's preparation. It's alignment. It's the invisible orchestration of every choice, every ending, every awakening, perfectly synchronized to lead you exactly where you're meant to be. But the question is, are you trusting the preparation, or are you fighting it, believing that nothing's happening, when in reality, everything is? Because here's the truth most never realize. Every time it felt like love wasn't arriving, every time someone walked away, every time something crumbled that you thought was meant for you, it wasn't rejection, it was redirection. It was the universe whispering, "Not this, because I'm preparing you for something greater." But preparation is uncomfortable. It feels like waiting. It feels like nothing's moving. It feels like being stuck between timelines, where the old no longer fits, but the new hasn't fully landed. Have you felt this? That strange emptiness, the silence after endings, the ache of knowing something bigger is coming, but not being able to see it yet. This is divine timing in action, not punishing you, refining your boundaries, refining your self-worth, refining your nervous system to hold real, sustainable, sacred love. Because how can you receive a love that feels safe if you're still wired for chaos? How can you hold someone emotionally available if a part of you still feels safer in distance or abandonment? Pause and ask yourself, what patterns is divine timing asking me to release right now? Where am I still fighting the waiting instead of trusting the becoming? Can I let go of the belief that waiting equals being forgotten and instead see it as being prepared? Because here's the secret no one talks about. Divine timing isn't just about when, it's about who you are when it arrives. And the moment your energy fully aligns, the waiting collapses into receiving, not because it magically appeared, but because you finally became the version of you who could hold what was always meant for you. So breathe, surrender, let the preparation do its work, because when it lands fast, it lands real, it lands like destiny remembering your name. If this speaks to your soul, comment, "I trust divine timing to anchor this frequency into your timeline." What to stop doing immediately if you don't want to delay this union. There are things you're doing, consciously or unconsciously, that are silently pushing this union further away. Not because you're not worthy, not because it's not meant for you, but because the frequency behind these actions tells the universe, "I'm not ready yet." And until this shifts, the timelines stay paused. The portal stays open, but the arrival remains on hold. So what needs to stop right now? Stop waiting as if love is the finish line. Every day you vibrate in "I'll be complete when they come," you send the frequency of lack. But soulmate connections don't respond to lack. They respond to overflow. Are you still living in someday instead of fully living now? Stop chasing energetic breadcrumbs. Stop interpreting mixed signals as potential. Stop romanticizing someone's avoidance as depth. Every time you attach to someone unavailable, you're energetically declaring, "I accept this level of love." Is that really your truth? Stop believing the story that it's supposed to be hard. Yes, soul connections trigger growth, but love itself isn't suffering. It isn't chaos. It isn't confusion. Check in. How much of your energy still believes that pain is part of the price? Stop outsourcing your worth to the connection. If your nervous system still says, "I'll believe I'm enough when they choose me," you delay the arrival of someone whose very presence says, "Of course you're enough." Have you really chosen yourself yet? Fully? Stop ignoring the whispers of your own soul, the intuition that says, "Let go," the inner voice that whispers, "It's time to release this old version of you." How long have you been overriding that voice with fear, control, or overthinking? Because here's the truth most avoid. Union doesn't arrive because you're exhausted from waiting. It arrives because you no longer need it to feel whole. Ask yourself, honestly, what am I still holding on to that's keeping me anchored to old timelines? Am I loving from a place of fullness or from a place of hoping to be filled? What shifts the version of me in sacred union would never tolerate again? This is the invitation. This is the portal. And the faster you stop doing what anchors you to the past, the faster this union accelerates toward you. If your soul feels this truth, comment, "I release the old," to collapse every timeline that no longer serves who you are becoming.